The pastors are supposed to teach distinctly out of the law. Let me show you. I'm gonna give you an example. Give me Nehemiah 8.
That's the Old Testament.
You said it's the Old Testament? Okay, I see where you're going with that. You said it's the Old Testament, right? Let me give me Timothy, all scripture.
There's no man that's walking on earth and not seeing.
Right. So let me ask you, is it impossible? I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. Follow. Let's stop for a minute. Let's stop for a minute. I get where you're going with that, right? Because it's confusion about what people say the law is. We have to have law and order. America is set up with law and order, right? So God give us law and order, right? Now listen to this. Now listen to this in the New Testament. Read that.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 16. All scripture.
No, all scripture, brother. You hear what the Bible say? All scripture. Read.
All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
So a lot of times we try to be selective. We say old and new. Christ said, I come in a volume of the book. So let me tell you, where can you find thou shalt not kill?
Thou shalt not kill.
Where you find it? Right, so now do we not keep that law because it's in the Old Testament?
That's the Ten Commandments. That's the Ten Commandments.
Right. Right, there you go. That's the point that I'm making, because a lot of times our people try to distinguish, oh, no, that's the Old Testament. So now if the laws in the Old Testament, right, and we say the Old Testament is done away with, you're now saying that I can steal, I can kill, I can rob, I can even rape. Huh? Think about it. You just said we ain't supposed to live by it.
All you got to do is live by the fruit of the Spirit.
Okay.
And you'll be above the law.
You say the fruit of the Spirit, right? So now, let me show you what the fruit of the Spirit is. Let me show you. I'm going to show you what the fruit of the Spirit is real quick. I'm going to show you what the fruit of the Spirit is real quick.
Then you got to turn around and be peaceful.
Oh, right. Okay, I get you. No, we're going to show. Go to John 6:63 real quick. John 6:63. You said the fruit of the Spirit. Let's identify what the Spirit is. Yep, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. Read. Let's get it. Let's get it. Galatians, read.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love.
You hear what the Bible just said, bro? The fruit of the Spirit is love. So what is love? Tell me about love. What is that? Love is patience, kind. Right. They tell you more and more, right? Right. Okay.
Love is basically doesn't keep no score. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hate your brother. You know what I'm saying? It forgives and builds.
Right. So
it doesn't forget.
Now you have children?
Yeah, I got kids.
Okay, my brother. How would you explain to your children how do they show their love to you as a father? Say it again. Helping each other. Now, as a father, now y'all, come on, y'all you're older men, right? Did y'all give rules to y'all children? You did. You gave rules to your children because you love them, right? You said, so son, I need you in the house before sundown. Son, no drugs. Son, no women. You do all these things I tell you to do. It shows that you love me because I'm setting order for you to grow up as a man. So now let's find out what love is. Let's read that.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. But this is the love of God.
What is the love of God? Read.
That we keep His commandments.
No, don't keep the commandments because it's in the Old Testament.
For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous.
You see that? So now there's a standard for this love, right? We have to be able to show the Most High God how we love Him and how we love one another.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We're going to show you. And I want you to listen good, because this is a confusion that our people have when it comes to the Old Testament and the New Testament. And we can get into what was done away with, which is the laws of animal sacrifice. But we're going to show you what the Bible says. Read.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 8. Owe no man anything but to love one another.
So the Bible says don't owe no man nothing but to love one another. right? We hate one another. We got brothers who deal drugs to one another, right? We got brothers who will kill you and steal your cars. They call them the kill boys today, right? Right? Read.
For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law.
When you love your brother, you are starting to fulfill the law. Because if I love you, there's no way would I sleep with your wife. There's no way would I want to steal from you because I love you as my brother. Right. Read on. Right, we're going to finish it up. We're going to finish it.
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery.
What's love?
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Now, what are we reading from?
Thou shalt not covet.
What are we reading from? We'll read the chapter, book, chapter, verse.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 9.
That's Romans 13 and 9. New Testament, and we're getting Old Testament laws. Read.
Thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment,
in the volume of the book, the entire book, any commandment, read.
It is briefly comprehended.
I'm going to briefly comprehend all of the laws. Read.
In this same, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
See that what love is? Love your neighbor as yourself. Is telling you got to keep the commandments. Right. What you find written throughout the entire book in the Old Testament and in the New.
Commandments law.
Right.
I believe in that.
Right.
But if you live by the fruit of the Spirit, you be above. I mean, you won't be bound by the law. Or you got to actually live by the law.
Right, but that's why. Right, I feel what you're saying. Good.
Like that. Just read the fruit of the Spirit.
We're gonna go back to, but look, but this is why we set parameters to how we show that love to one another.
Just say it at the end. You say you'll be above the law.
Okay, let's read. Go back to Galatians 9. I want you to jump up to Galatians 5 and verse 19 so we can get context for why he's saying the fruits of the Spirit. He's going to talk about the flesh, and then he's going to talk about the Spirit. How you doing, sis? Read.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest.
Come on, stick around for God, sister. Come on, mama. Stick around for God for a minute. Read.
Now the works of the flesh are manifest.
Now works are actions of the flesh, meaning sins that we do as a nation of people. Read.
Which are these? Adultery.
That's sin. That's an action.
That's feeding the flesh.
Right. That's feeding the flesh. Do our people commit that sin?
Yes.
Right. It's evident, right? Read.
Fornication. Uncleanness. Lasciviousness. Idolatry.
Idolatry. What is idolatry today?
It's worshiping the idol.
Like what? Give me an example of an idol today.
Money.
Money.
You put God first. You'll say like say
you know what our people don't think about?
God first, but you don't turn around and worship the green.
What is the biggest idol that our people worship today?
When we turn around and we spend money.
What's this right here? Who is this man? Brother Eugene, can you see this right here? Who is this, my brother? Mike? Who is that? But that's what our people worship. That's idolatry. That's Christianity. That's what they push. You understand? And then with that talk, with this man comes the fruits of the Spirit. You just gotta love, brother. That's all you need is love. You're gonna be above everything. That's the talk you talking right now that come from this man. Right. You understand? But you talking his talk. You see what I'm saying? His doctrine that you're speaking, right? Because you're saying love without context. How I showed you in the Bible that love, right? But all that comes with the keeping of the commandments.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.